What gave me the confidence to do 4 years at IU and get an undergraduate degree were great professors who made me understand that I could do it, that I had the raw skills and the ability, if I applied myself, to get a degree at Indiana University.
Today, Milt Stewart and his wife Judy are enjoying the benefits of a long, successful career. But more than 50 years earlier, it hardly seemed like such a life would be possible for Milt. He was born just after the Second World War, after his father returned to the U.S.
My father was mustered out of the Air Corps with $100 in pay. The first 5 years of my life, we lived in an abandoned Air Force barracks, and the second 5 years in a rooming house. And when it came time to consider college, it didn't occur to me that that was a possibility.
By the time he graduated from high school in West Lafayette, Indiana, Milt was at a crossroads, always performing well academically, but with few financial resources to go to college. The encouragement of a guidance counselor convinced him that with his good grades, he might be able to qualify for scholarships. So he set out looking at area campuses. He quickly came to a decision after one visit to the IU campus.
When I visited on Little 500 weekend in 1963, went to the Little 500, went to a concert with Jerry Lee Lewis and Ike and Tina Turner, and I went home with stars in my eyes and committed to finding a way to attend Indiana University.
Here you had a young kid coming out of high school in Lafayette, wasn't sure that he could afford to go to college. Came down to campus and saw the Little 500 and met some guys who were from his high school, and he said, gee, maybe I can come here.
Milt's superior grades helped him earn enough scholarship money to earn a bachelor's degree and also to attend the Maurer School of Law. He made many friends at IU, including a young quarterback who was helping the Hoosiers get to their first Rose Bowl game in 1967.
My most memorable experience was when we both lived at Meadow Park Apartments, and this was during finals. So I walked up to his apartment at 11 o'clock one evening, and he was working basically from that time through the night to get ready for the exam the next day. I mean, so little things like that just sort of influenced me. Basically, I got a lot of very helpful advice and good judgment from Milt along the way.
By the time Milt was in law school, the Vietnam War was erupting into Cambodia and Laos, and protests on campus fueled the fire for Milt to want to take action.
I remember sitting in class at Maurer with the tear gas drifting in the windows from the Monroe County Sheriff's lobbing tear gas grenades at students and clubbing them. And I realized that I had a decision to make about what was important in life. And I called my folks, who lent me the money to buy a ticket to Washington, D.C., to do what I could do to end the war.
Milt walked away before taking his final exams, not knowing if he would ever be allowed back to the law school. He had to petition to get back in.
The faculty voted in favor, and I was allowed in the summer to take all my makeups and finish law school.
After school, Milt traveled to Portland, Oregon to work in international law, where he enjoyed a thriving career. It was also on the West Coast that he met and married Judy, who has served as a creative co-collaborator on all their initiatives. He and Judy returned to IU and began creating fellowship programs for students at the law school. Milt also serves on the IU Foundation Board and helped chair its most recent $3.9 billion capital campaign.
Philanthropy for Milt Stewart and for Judy extends way beyond financial giving. It's not about Milt, it's about what he can do to help others move forward in their lives.
Together, Milt and Judy Stewart have collaborated on more than 130 different initiatives to assist IU students and faculty. Milt has literally given the shirt off his back to help students at the Maurer School of Law.
When I was in law school, I owned one sport coat that I bought at the secondhand store for $4. I gave, when I retired, all of my suits, most of my dress shirts, most of my ties, top coats, dress shoes, you name it, to the law school for law students who didn't have dress clothing to wear to interviews.
Milt and Judy also reimagined a way to create a peaceful oasis in the middle of Dunn Woods, Stewart's Hideaway.
It could be very meaningful to students if there were a small area, almost a mini park, where on a beautiful spring or autumn day, a student could sit and have lunch or read a book or talk with a friend.
We always stress to our students, you will meet people, you will make new friends, you will develop friendships with people all over the world, and they will be very lasting, and you never know where one of you might turn up that you can help each other.
Philanthropy has room for every donor, and every donor can make a difference in students' lives.